Yo, what's up everybody? Rage Cage 20 here, back with Jinjer. Today we're starting off, technically starting off the macro album. It's been a little bit since I did micro, now we're back with macro, starting with the first song here on the top, the official music video. Now, for those of you who aren't in the loop, Jinjer is becoming part of my free rotation, as I like to call it. If there's a bunch of albums, bands, etc. that people like to hear, and Jinjer is one of those. And I've been getting back to them faster, but I'm not doing the whole album song to song to song all at the same time, so you might not get another Jinjer song for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or whatnot, but you will get it faster than if it waited for me to just do the entire album itself. So, good and bad. Good news, we have some more Jinjer here, and I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm gonna try to wrap this up in 40-ish minutes because I got a massage to go to. So suck it. And I can't spend a whole lot of time on this. And it's Jinjer, so I'm gonna want to spend a whole lot of time. So we're not gonna waste any more time here. I'm excited. I love Jinjer. Heard 2 of their albums. Good shit. Excited to get into another one. So let's see. It's been a while since I got into Tatiana. I'm excited for her to hit me with some awesomeness again. So let's not wait any longer here. Give it to me. Jinjer on the top. Yeah, by the way. Haven't been able to say that in a while. Excuse me. Yeah, you better get that crispy 1080p. Come on now. Don't be coming in here with that fuzzy shit. think he's going anywhere. I don't think you need to step on him. I don't think he's going anywhere. Wow, that video was trippy at the end there, but really cool. I'm just picturing back to just 2 albums ago, where their budget was just under one of those, like, what, either some kind of bridge or like water tunnel canal thing, whatever the fuck those are called. And they were just all kind of standing there and just rocking out together to this. Like, I mean, they even progressed farther in that album alone with Speak Astronomy and whatnot, but like their video quality is just, it just hasn't gone down. It just keeps going up. Like they just keep doing more and more, and it's really cool, and I love it. I mean, I feel like I get used to it after the first song and whatnot. But every time there's a little bit of a break, of a pause and whatnot. I just forget just how much is packed into a Jinjer song. And then I listen to it again. It's just like, I have the word rhythm and or rhythm switch up in here. How many times? 3, 4, at least 4 or 5 times. Like their rhythms and everything are just so like intricate and complex. Like their writing is crazy, and of course Tatiana has very powerful vocals, amazing presence, and great harsh vocals as well. Like her screaming's on top. The way she switched back and forth was cool, especially the way she used it to emphasize certain sections when switching sometimes from clean vocals to harsh vocals, just to emphasize what was being said. Like, it's just I forget, just like, because it's like, it's a thing, but until you hear it again after a while, it's just like, yeah, man, you forget, because you get so used to the songs you listen to, and then when you hear a new one from them, it's just like, or this new one that you haven't heard, it's just like, God, I keep forgetting how complicated and crazy their writing is. It's awesome. I like it. I don't know. I think the message on this one is quite plain and clear. Right there, here is a lonely on the top, and you're just, another day, another die, another day, another dollar and whatnot. Just kind of people stuck in that endless sprint to try to get on top and get rich and or famous and whatnot. That there's often not a lot of room for anyone else in your life in that situation. You gotta kind of just focus on the grind and the climb, and not actually have time to stop and appreciate yourself and what's important to you, like being with someone and the social aspect of life. So like, yeah, very cool, very fucking cool. Just remember, people out there, you gotta take time for yourself, which is exactly why I have a massage scheduled, and we ain't got time to think about the bigger picture. We gotta get back into this bad boy, because there is a lot of shit that happened here and that we're gonna have to explore. So we gotta get burning up in here, just like the lyrics here. Burning the rubber. You burn your rubber. On the mark, get set, let's go. Lyrics very cool. There's not besides the ones I kind of already mentioned, and one that I really liked when I heard that, another day, another dollar, like undying motto of progress and whatnot. Like, besides certain lyrics that stood out to me like that, there's not a whole lot that was just that really caught my attention. Not that that's a bad thing or anything. It's just I think they're all very straightforward. I think they send out a good message and whatnot, but those ones that I read out there like really popped out to me. But the rhythm switch up in the section of this is like, you run, like That's crazy. We don't got time to waste. Let's get back into it because we need to talk about this. Like we need to talk about what happened here. So let's start out right at the beginning here. I said the interesting trill, the moving back and forth between, like, almost subtle moving back and forth between the two notes. That like if you pay attention you can hear it, but like if you're not paying attention it could sound like just one note there. But that constant switching back and forth that I think the guitar was doing between those two, plus the rhythm that was happening. Then I said plus the rhythm again. So it then switched up to another rhythm, which I think might have been Tatiana's vocal rhythm, but I'm not 100% positive. So let's get a taste of that here. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, spacey, creepy intro here. I like it. So it could easily sound like dum 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 dum. But if you listen to it, it's dum 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 dum. It's switching. It's quickly switching back and forth between two pitches. It's very interesting, like trill there and That's fucking cool. It's cool. I mean, first off, it's just cool to do in general, but also it's like it's not so subtle, but it's subtle. Like because of the distortion and everything on the guitar there. Again, unless you're actually paying attention, like you don't have to pay attention hard, but like if you're just kind of just listening to it just to listen to it, you might not even catch it. Like that's how it's subtle enough that it's missable, but it's really cool. Yeah. That's so fucking awesome. God, the sporadicness of the drums is so cool. Again, these complex time signatures and rhythms and stuff that they're writing in is just it's next level, man. It's fucking crazy. Because like it doesn't sound like it's that super complicated because you have the bass guitar hitting in on regular intervals, I believe, and while you do have that really awesome subtle trill going on in there, it's just very simple. Nothing crazy switching rapidly or anything like that. But the drums, listen to the drums, because he's hitting in these little interjections either on cymbals or on like the snare or something. That's just like it's a quick shake up, not fitting the time signature that everything else is doing. It just little hits in there. It's so crazy, and I love it. I love listening to it. That's why I love listening to Jinjer. Just these little treats that they have in there. There's the little ghost notes he has in there occasionally as well. I can kind of hear popping up before the major hit on the snare. Yeah. I like that. And one. I like that. I like the bass is doing there. I mean, it easily could be in some crazy like 6/8 or something. Well, no. I mean, could be in 6/8, but it sounds like it's in 3. Dun, 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 dun. It's like they're adding these two like offbeat hits and just it feels like nothing is on the beat. It feels like it's some crazy 7/8, 7 something, 7/4 fucking time signature, 5/4 or something. Like it sounds like it's in this crazy disjunct time signature because things are hitting on and off the beat, rapidly changing and coming back, and it's fun. That's crazy. I also kind of like the nice little kind of like scream flow that Tatiana's got going on here too. It also sounds really good mixing with all the instruments and anything. Yeah. Is that on the beat? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on here. I gotta catch this because I think this is what's happening, and my mind's about to be blown. Hold on. Okay. I can't tell, and it would take me probably many lessons and a lot of hard thinking and focusing to be able to figure it out without being able to see it written out. But what my ears are picking up, it sounds like a lot of this song is happening either again in some crazy, very complicated time signature, or it sounds like it's possibly a 3 and a lot of like it feels like the normality of this beat is the offbeat. It sounds like that they're playing so much on the offbeat that the offbeat sounds like it's on the beat when I don't think it is. And it sounds like in that part when it goes to the you run, it sounds like it either switches to hitting on the beat at that point and kind of pulsing like almost not don't want to be tripled, but it sounds like we'd be pushing off the beat, but it sounds like it actually switches on the beat. But because it sounds like most of what they've been doing is off the beat, that feels normal. So it sounds like it's now off the beat when instead I think it's hitting on the beat. That's just my guess of what's happening there. I could be right. That could be completely wrong. It could just maybe be the other thing, and maybe just be more complicated side signature in that part. They're just kind of more pulsing off the beat of what the actual time signature would be. But that's kind of my guess is that it's been playing off the beat so much that now it's hitting on the beat, and that sounds wrong because it's been playing. It sounds like it's different off the beat when it's actually on the beat because it's been off the beat this whole time. But I don't know. Without being able to see it, that's my best guess. But that is fucking cool. That's so fucking cool. Okay. Yeah, that's what happened at 120 here. Said the lyrics, and then switching into the kind of clean vocals, and I said something about a twirl, which I remember when I was writing it down, made a lot of sense to me. I think it's something that Tatiana did with her vocals that kind of had this kind of looping, twirling nature to it. Can't remember. Hopefully find it. And then a switch or something like, oh damn. So that's coming up here in 10 seconds. What did I mean by I think it was the another day, another dollar, and slowly to the top is a lonely on the top, I think was what the lyrics I was referring to that we already mentioned and whatnot. But let's hear Tatiana's clean vocals and whatever this twirl and switch up is. Another day, another dollar, and I'm immortal of progress. Is it lonely on the top? Dun 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 dun. And when it hits to the ta ta ta, she's mirroring that in her now whispered spoken vocals. Woo, man, do they know how to spice up a fucking song and switch it up, man? God damn. Yeah, no, she's not mirroring it then. She's mirroring the entirety of the drums and guitars rhythm in this whispered section. It's so cool.
Is it lonely?
And that pickup, da da. Come on. And then everything else is silent when that's not happening.
Is it lonely on a top?
It's very beautiful, nice build up there. Da da, and then the push. Da da. I'm like, ah. Again, the power of Tatiana's vocals is very awesome. And just a nice fucking headbanging groove going on underneath her vocals to kind of support this chorus section here. It's so cool. Da 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 da. Nice. Love that. Nice little da that she did in her voice there. I like that. I want to hear that again. Da, like that as well. The light is overcrowded, but its time is just for one. While the one is climbing, the rest are falling down. You can. So this whole interpretive dance thing that's going on here, or whatever kind of dance moves, breakdancing, choreography, whatever is going on here, is very fascinating. As he then, I guess, like switching from mundane clothes to professional clothes, and then I guess on the top, people are gunning for you. Maybe is the message being sent there, because this hitman shows up, shoots the dude, blood starts swirling all around him and shit, as well as he was like kind of pushing just kind of the air and the energy around him with some of his like swingy moves, and you see dust and stuff just kind of get disturbed and whatnot. Very, very trippy and weird video, but the symbolism and the dance choreography is fucking cool. I love it. Very trippy though at the end there. But I also like that I was thinking like, this one lazy ass hit, man. You had to like pump 3 or 4 shots. Man, like you had an open, clean scope shot, and you didn't get an instant kill. I was also just like, when someone was heading to the top and I saw the gun, I was like, is this dude about to be capped? This dude's just trying to live his best dance in life. He's just trying to get his footloose dance on, and like someone's just gonna cap him for that? I'm like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, I had to take like 3 or 4 shots, man. Like, that's pretty crappy hitman right there. Anyways, let's keep going here. I do like the switch back and forth between that dun 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 dun, which might have been. What happened with the vocals? I don't know what it was about the 12 minute. But I kind of like that dun 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 dun, kind of switching back and forth between those 2 different riffs and rhythms and whatnot. That's really cool. And then repeating that motif there, but without vocals this time, and it just does it once back into the chorus. Very nice touch there. I think the next thing we have here is around 3 minutes in. The rhythm, vocals, and then 5 minutes we got the outro, but sure there's stuff in between that we might discover. So let's just keep rolling here. Oh yes, and also before I forget, I have to turn off my alarm because it's about to ring about 6 minutes here. I just had to remind myself because it's a much later appointment and whatnot. Yeah, the harmony here, before I forget to mention it, I do hear that that harmony, she's got that doubling of herself that she's got in there, and it's a really nice harmony. It adds a nice extra layer to the vocals here. they're very close in the mix there. Like you actually kind of like you can tell that's happening, but it's another thing that's very easy to ignore or forget. But yeah, I definitely do hear a very lower voice there. But the way it's mixed, it's a lot quieter. And it's like really close to her voice, or to her main line. So it's like kind of buried underneath it. But if you listen, it's like, oh, there's a really nice, sweet harmony in there. I like that mixing with the video and the lyrics there, as well as talking about in between after I listened to it and before we started going back through it here, the switching back from clean vocals to harsh vocals and using it purposefully, and switching back and forth there. Like, it's just straight up saying, tell me, is there anyone for you? And then screaming it for you, as she's pointing at herself in the mirror and whatnot. It's almost like you're kind of breaking down, having this fight either within yourself or literally with yourself. You know, just kind of like, hey, is there anyone for you? Fucking answer me. You know, that moment of aggression and whatnot. We kind of just breaking yourself down, I guess, if you will. Like that's a really cool moment there. Not only that she emphasizes vocally, but also in the video, and it has it combined. It's really, really cool.
Tell me, is there anyone for you? For you. Is it lonely?
I just kind of like this slow build, this like slow climb and beautiful vocal line here. Dun, 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 dun. Just this nice, slowly, note for note, slowly working its way up her register. It's very nice. It's very catchy. It's very addicting. It has this great sound to it.
On a top, tell me, is there anyone?
Nice little grit sass there. Dun. I like that.
Tell me, is there anyone for you?
I also like that the guitars and all the instruments and stuff are kind of echoing here on the dun dun on the for you there. That's really cool. Dun 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 dun. And they even have this little kind of bite on there, dun dun, on that second note there. That's really cool. Oh, I want to hear that again. Yeah, I think this is the other rhythm I was talking about that I switched up to here. Let me see if I could figure this out at all. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, da. Again, I think it's really playing on the beat, off the beat kind of stuff here. That gives this like weird, like non-traditional time signature feel to it. It's just, God, dude. I mean, not only is Tatiana's vocal writing really impressive, but also their instrumental writing is just like the rhythms they come up with, the riffs and whatnot. Especially since, like, I don't know if this is like was just a coincidence, or me exaggerating or whatnot. I don't know, but I ran into this issue a couple times in King of Everything, to where there's times where they would just create just a wall of sound, just a bunch of thrashing chords and just a bunch of sound that was just like a wave and a block of sound. And it's not really my style, not my kind of take on metal music that I like listening to personally, but it was okay. But like a lot of the times they would kind of interfere with some of the more beautiful passages and stuff that Tatiana was doing, and it was just like, man, y'all gotta get out of her way. I don't know if they agreed with me. Like, obviously, they've never seen this, and of course, these albums are already out before I even listened to Jinjer. But it's just like, it's kind of like they heard it too, because Micro and so far the first song here and Macro haven't heard them do it since. So it's just it's kind of nice that they've gotten that perfect blend between having these awesome power chords and crazy, or not, well, not necessarily, sometimes crazy, but these awesome strumming sections and all the sound that's happening, while also incorporating their very awesome writing of their riffs and rhythms and the complicated time signature stuff that I'm sure they're writing in, because again, giving that kind of that jazzy, complicated sound to it, while also fitting in Tatiana perfectly and not ever covering her up, but also not letting that be like not letting that defeat them to kind of like in this moment, which in this, I mean, I have it in this moment tattoo. It's one of my favorite bands, but like it feels to me like their kind of motto is we don't need to do anything complicated, just get out of Maria's way and let Maria do Maria. So their stuff is kind of a lot more simpler, or at least their fourth album on. And you know it is not too thrashy and crazy and whatnot, but it sounds like Jinjer has found a way to harness the power of their instrumentalists and have that awesome sound that is their sound, while also not interfering with the amazing power of Tatiana's vocals and letting them meld together perfectly. They found a great balance to that, in my opinion. This, you can disagree with me all you want, that's totally fine. But in Micro On, for at least what I've heard so far, it sounds like they fine-tuned and found that perfect balance between the two, which I think is really, really fucking cool. This riff is just grooving. There's just these sections, these beautiful longer notes in there, and then she'll go through a couple of faster passages of more notes, more movement, and then adds this grit onto it, and then switches back to this kind of open held beautiful note. Whew, she's playing with it too, man. Like they're just constantly innovating with these songs. Like it's like it sounds like, I'm sure this is well written out, or maybe they figure out some of this as they go. I don't know their process, but it sounds like it's well written out. But when you listen to it, it sounds like they're just kind of almost ad-libbing as they go, and just like creating these new interesting rhythms just like as the song is progressing and whatnot. And then it's like Tatiana's hearing that, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna switch it up too, and now I'm gonna have some grit here, and then I'm gonna take it away and just have a big powerful and then I'm gonna add it back. It's just like, it's like they're just playing with the song and having fun as the song is going along. It's quite something. Kind of decrescendos, gets that vibrato in there, softens it. Nice. Beautiful strumming section here. Kind of more clean, almost acoustic sounding strumming going on here in the guitars. Beautiful switch up here. Like those bass notes. Keeping the energy going though. Nice rolling, rumbling. Kind of has that constant fucking pulse to the song, but it's kind of like softened it. We've brought it down at the same time. That's how you get quiet, but you can keep the energy going at the same time. I love that. It's great. It's a great example of that. Kind of nice thin grittiness on that note. I love that. Almost like a cry in there from her. Ooh, a nice, beautiful section where she's just passionately just singing her heart out. After she says you hit the top, and then just kind of stops for a second, and then she just screams out, no surprise. That is a cool little transition back into the heavier section.
No surprise.
Yeah, let's go.
But I will give you the prize. It's a race against yourself.
Those fucking snare hits, though. Ta 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 ta. Come on. I like the drum music.
It's a race against yourself. Nobody.
I love that they're constantly switching. They get two different riffs and rhythm to fit each different riff, and they'll go back and forth between it and kind of play around with both of them. It's really cool. I like that everything cuts out as she's building up, and then they all come back in. Nice. Nice little dang. I like that. I heard that. I saw it too. That's why I was like, oh yeah, that's what. Almost has this like kind of walking, marching feel to it. Okay, okay. I love that riff, man. That is a tasty ass groove right there. That's a the bass guitar there at the end. Yeah, you did, bro. Well, oh, the video reset at some point. My bad. Approximately a minute ago. Yeah, I ain't got much time left. I gotta go. I gotta throw on some pants and get out of here. I am wearing sweatpants. I just got put on real pants. I said it. I was like, wait, I am wearing pants. Don't worry about it. I just thought the thing is like, have I ever actually done this without any pants on? I think I have at least once. Not often though. Anyways, you don't need to think about that. I'm sure you don't want to think about that. That's a great start to the fucking album, man. It's awesome. The only other one that I mean, actually, I haven't even. The only song that like I know from this album that stands out one is "Judgment and Punishment," which I think that one will probably do a studio and the live. I think it was a live one take or something like that she did. I'll probably put both of those back to back on that one, and for the rest of them, we'll just see what happens as we go. But yeah, very excited for this album. I'm very excited to get to Wallflowers. I think it is called, which is their newer one that they released recently-ish. I think a year or two ago. I want to say 2 years now, but I don't know. But yeah, excited to get to that. Excited to get through here. Always feels good to listen to more Jinjer. Like, yeah. An interesting thing about that last little note here, because I really do gotta go. Is that like Teacher is still like one of my faves for sure. I really do like that song, especially listening to it in its entirety. It just has some really, really good parts in it, a lot of good switch ups and whatnot. But honestly, the one I find myself from that album, from the micro album, that I keep coming back to again and again and again, honestly, is Perennial. Like that song, especially knowing what the song's about, like that song just hits different, man. Like I keep finding myself coming back to that song because that song, that's like, I think Teacher might be one of my. This is weird to say because it's kind of contradictory, but you know, it's whatever. Teacher is one of my favorite Jinjer songs of all time, but I think Perennial might be like my favorite on that album, which is weird because Teacher's in that album. But yeah, I don't know. I think Perennial is definitely up there with my top favorites of all time. But yeah, that song, it just keeps me coming back. So thank you all very much for joining me. We will get back to you with this macro album eventually. I don't know when that will be, but I don't know. Maybe the more I love you show for it, maybe the faster will come back. I don't know. It can't hurt. But yeah, I think I've gotten a pretty good rotation, and so I think we'll be able to bring it back soon. But no promises. So Tatiana and all of the insanely talented members of Jinjer, thank you guys so much for the music, and I will see you all next time.